Coach, getting another win against Arizona State to take the series against a top 10 team, what does this mean for the group, and where does this leave this group kind of heading?
Well, I think, this is the best, I guess, 2 games put together back-to-back against a really quality opponent. And, I thought Isaac threw well today. And I think moving forward, it just shows, the kids have always felt like we could beat anybody at any time. It was just we had to play well. And we've played good defense, and we've been getting timely hits, and we've been getting solid pitching up and down and throwing strikes and doing our thing. And we've kept them in the yard the most part. The biggest thing we've done is we've kept innings small. When they score, it's a small number, with the exception of that 9th inning yesterday when they hit the 3-run homer. But we were up 7 at the time, or 6 at the time. And so I think that's been the biggest thing. And I think guys are settling into who they are and what they need to do, and we've been kind of mixing things up, trying to get the spark. And the spark is really just playing consistently. We felt like we could beat anybody, whether it was, we feel like there's been plenty of games that we just haven't played well and lost, games that we should have won, and we just handed to other teams. And if we can continue to play the way we're playing right now, then I think we're going to be in good shape when it's all said and done, and we'll be stronger for the struggles that we had early, that we've had to overcome some things and figure some stuff out, but the kids haven't lost sight of what's still in front of them, and that's been my message to them all along, is just play well and play consistently for a long period of time, and then the wins will be where they need to be at the end, and we got to trust that. There's plenty of RPI games and all that other stuff that other people can worry about in front of us, and we just have to win games. That's what it comes down to.
What was the biggest difference this week? Last week you take the Friday game from UCLA, kind of dominate on Friday. Similar yesterday. What was different this week for you guys able to get the series?
Well, I think 2 things. One, Isaac threw much better today than he did last week. He gave up a 3-run homer to Priest in the first inning last week, and you're immediately down 3-0 against a good team. And the other thing is Ralston was really good last week, and I think that's part of it. It didn't mean that we had to lose the series. We could have won Sunday, and we just didn't come out and play well on Sunday. And I didn't think they played particularly well that Sunday. They just played a little bit better than we did. And today we played well again. Isaac was able to make some pitches, and granted he gave up a couple runs, but he was able to make pitches in big spots to get outs. And that was the biggest thing. He gave up 2 solo homers and was able to minimize an inning. And because he was able to do that, and he pitched out of a little bit of a jam in the first, what he wasn't able to do against UCLA last week. And who knows, maybe he doesn't give up a 3 spot in the first. It's a different story throughout that game last weekend. But, we've preached and preached and preached about how can we minimize innings. If we can give up a 1 instead of a 3, it's a huge difference. Because for us, we don't hit a lot of homers. And, getting 3 on you is a big thing to overcome. Getting 1, not so much. And I think the other thing we've done really well this weekend is every time they've scored, we've answered. And each time they've scored, we've put up a 0. And so that's huge. We're not allowing them to just get more runs and extend. And we've been able to be the team to extend.
What does it tell you about this group that, they kind of fight their way back into this one? You're up 3-1. They get it. Torkelson hits the bomb to make it 3-3. For your guys to answer right after that?
Well, I think that's huge. And it says a lot about them and their character, and it was big. It just was. Matthew to come up with a big homer right after, and then and then we keep it rolling. Then Ben doubles, and then it's just they kind of are feeding off each other. And it's been good to see CJ get back going a little bit, and he hits a big homer today, and we're going to need more production like that from the older guys. And then I thought, the other thing is Clay had some really good at-bats, and so we just need to continue to do that, and we can't focus on how many wins do we need to get. We just need to find a way to win tomorrow, and then if we do, then it'll be a sweep, and that'll be great. But we can't think sweep before we just play tomorrow's game.
How important has Isaac been for you? With the fact that you've had to move him into the rotation, for him to give you, 6 or 7 innings, most of his starts since you guys moved into conference play?
Well, it's been huge. He's been stable, right? We win a 1-0 game at Cal when he's in the rotation, and he gives us a chance to a game we should have won at Washington, the second game, and he has a rough spot last week, and then he comes out and has a nice performance today, and he gives us a chance to win. He competes. He has 4 pitches he can throw for strikes, and anytime you can do that and not beat yourself, you're going to give yourself a good chance, especially in our conference.